Well, everybody, I am back. It's Carrie Anthony, and we have a new podcast, Pretty M Plus Podcast. And today we have our very first guest, Mizz Fab from the West Coast. Hey. Hold on, I got. It takes forever. What? Oh, I turned the volume down. I was like, what the hell? There we go. There's your applause.
Yay. Thank you for having me.
As many times as I've done podcasts, you would think. What is going on? So, everyone, I am so proud to introduce Mizz Fab. I've been following her on social media for quite a while. She's this beautiful West Coast, fashionable, curvy, confident, and has some interesting hobbies that we are going to talk about today. And prior to going live, we've been talking about just like friendships and relationships and all kinds of stuff. So you guys are in for an amazing show. But the first thing I want to say is I am so honored that you let this be your first podcast.
I know. I'm excited. This is cool. I love you. Since the minute I met you, I'm like, oh my God, she's me. You're me.
It was like destiny. Yeah. So yes. Oh, we already have some people up in the chat. Hello, Jason. He said I always come at the right time. And woo! I have brought somebody extremely special with me. So we met on social media and I found some of your fashion posts, and I am very much a fashion enthusiast, especially when it comes to curvy and plus size clothing, because we just don't have the same options as regular schmegular people.
Yeah, I know. It's like going through my closet too. I'm like, oh no, I got to get on Amazon real quick.
I was shocked at how much Amazon stuff you had on there.
I do. I have my own storefront. So I went on there, girl. They got the fabric that I can wear because I'm curvy. So anything polyester spandex, you grab it. And then so I feel good because I can downsize.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'll like downsize because the fabric, it's polyester spandex. I tell all my girls, it's polyester spandex. You can downsize and then you'll feel smaller.
Oh, there we go. You can go to our Instagram. It is born to the letter B, Mizz Fab. Put the banner up one more time so you guys can, or I'm going to probably put it up a few times throughout the podcast. But you can follow her on all social media on her Instagram. She has a link. You go to her link and her Amazon storefront is there. But aside from that, I'm going to be honest with you. One of the things that really stood out to me is that every time you would post, there was something Raiders in the background. And me being a huge Raiders fan, I was like, okay, this is my tribe right here. And I just loved that you have a very positive and empowering page. Hello, Jeff Dean Ridgway. Hello. So that really resonated with me. And I'm in this like positivity era. There's so much negativity and things going on the internet that just, it's like such a drag. And so your page is so inspirational and such a joy to watch. Your content is amazing. So tell us a little bit about how you got into becoming an influencer, a content creator, and just all the things that you're doing.
So I've been like, I loved anything that had to do with holding a camera. I remember when I was a little girl, I would make videos, but I was using those big like camcorders and making my own stuff at home. Girl, I was walking around. I think I have my whole like life documented on that thing. And I mean, there was no TikTok back then. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So as I got older, you know, I feel like I kind of like in my 20s, I was kind of focused on other things. And when I met my husband, he literally was like anything I said that was a passion of mine, he would like, you can do this, you could do it, like do it, just do it, like just do it. And one day I used to work at a novelty store. I'm not sure if I can say the word on here, but you know, a novelty store. And
adult products.
adult products.
With
Yes,
the lights on or off, with or without
yeah.
a partner, but yes, those things.
I worked in an adult store, and the girls on the boxes, I'm like, I could totally wear that. Like, there's no way. And I would, I had friends that were not confident, and I'd be like, you could do this. I've always been the girly girl, the girl's girl,
Right.
to make sure that everybody that I hung out with always felt confident and they always felt good about themselves. So when I met my husband, he encouraged me to start a page, and we started this like boudoir photography. And he would push me to like, you could do this. Like, who cares what anybody thinks? I'm like, you're right. And that girl was always in there, but I never had that push, that person to be like to support it and encourage it. And as soon as he came to my life, he was like, do it, you got this. Like, and there Mizz Fab was born. Mizz Fab was born. He shot all my pictures, and he shoots all my pictures till now if he's not busy. But Mizz Fab was creative.
So a lot of those pictures are taken by your husband?
A lot of them are my husband. Yeah.
That is awesome.
He's a girl, he will take a picture all day, every day if he could. He's just stuck like this. But if he's busy, obviously, I
Right.
he can't do it. But yeah, he was the start of how molding me, because I was already who I was, and he just like was like, don't tell anybody they can't tell you to do something, you just do it.
Right.
Like, you're right. I'm doing it.
And look at this. Thousands and thousands of followers later, and now you are popping your podcast cherry journey.
I know, thank you.
I'm trying to get her to be a co-host with me for this Pretty and Plus podcast. So you guys leave in the comments, thumbs up, letting her know that you want to have her as my co-host as well.
I'm so down.
But before we go any further, I do want to introduce the very first thing that I saw that really was very touching and heartfelt, and I'm going to share it with you all.
Yeah.
This is the very first thing that I saw of you. If it'll let me go to it.
I'm scared what you're going to show.
No, that's not it. Hold on a second. I forgot that it's on another screen. I took the tab out, remember?
Yeah.
So when we first started, I started off on one browser, and her video was like super pixelated. And so I was like, no, I can't do this because I need to be able to see her beautiful face. Like, how can I not look at her while we're talking? Here, we got it here. So yeah, that was annoying. So I ended up on another browser, but my other browser was ready for everything. So we've got boom, chicka boom, boom, boom. Figuring it out over here. Poof. And allow, and here we go. Can you see it?
It's loading. Oh! Woo!
Oh, yes. First of all, y'all's wedding, top motherfucking notch.
It was so much fun. We literally picked every detail, everything. We're like, we're paying for this wedding a year in advance, and we are getting everything we want. We're not going to stress about this. Girl, that was not planned, by the way. Us singing, it was one shot. We did not plan it. We just are naturally like that, like where we just constantly sing when we're out. And our video guy got us, so it was perfect. It just worked out the way it should have,
Yeah. You guys are absolutely adorable together, by the way.
Thank you.
Such a beautiful couple. And I gotta say, your dress, fucking like top notch. You look so regal and elegant.
Thank you. It was, I'm so into that like I don't even know if it's like 1920s or 1940s, but that like old school vibe.
Yes.
We wanted that, like, he's into that vibe too. So we wanted the whole look of the wedding to be and feel like that. And we're so happy with it. Like, it was just, it was an awesome day. We got everything we wanted. We weren't stressed out. Like, it was just a relaxed day. Like, it couldn't have been any better. And that, I'm telling you, all that was not planned. We were we were just doing our thing, and it just worked out. Yeah, it was so nice.
So when was this?
This was in October 16th. What? 21.
Oh, it was just last year?
Of 2021.
Oh, gotcha.
I think it was. I'm just playing, honey. I didn't forget our anniversary. Yeah, that's my daughter. Those are all our best friends. Like, it couldn't have been. That's my daughter right there.
Aw, she's beautiful.
Yeah. And that's one of his best friends. It was such a good time, girl. It was such a good time.
I'm so upset that I didn't know you then. I would have loved to have been there.
Girl, I would have invited you. You've been wild.
Can we do another one just because?
Girl, I'm down. I tell him every year we have another wedding. And then my best friend too. She brought the money gun, girl. She was just like everywhere.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Everybody in the back's like, "Oh, here goes Monica again." Yeah, it was so nice. And you know another cool story? His brother and his girl at the time, they both caught the bouquet. And what is that thing called? The garter? The garter belt? Or what is it? Not garter belt.
Yeah, the garter belt.
The leg garter, right?
Yeah, the garter belt. I mean the garter. It's just a garter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was such a good time.
You guys will have to check out her content. Go look at the whole video. I was getting into it. I had to stop because we're never getting married, but it makes me want to have a wedding. Yeah, we're just in a different.
I'll plan a wedding for you. It'll be a spiritual wedding. So we have a party.
Let's just do a birthday party with the wedding theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've decided, even though I call him my husband, we've been together for 10 years. We've just decided that I don't know, maybe things will change in the future, but as things are currently, we just like having one foot in, one foot out. It works. Yeah. And when they say when it's not broke, don't fix it. It's not broken, you know.
Girl, we were not even planning to get married. We didn't want to get married. We both didn't. We really only got married for like financial reasons. It really wasn't because, like, I mean, we love each other, obviously, but we're just like,
right.
Here, girl. I was like, so my husband's an iron worker, and I was just thinking, girl, I am not gonna have nothing if he passes away. It is all mine. You know, we take nothing. So we kind of freaked out a little bit when, you know, as the time went on, and so it was more for that, you know. And we're not really married people. We're like, we're a little traumatized with the whole marriage and divorce thing, you know. But
yeah, same.
It wasn't. We mainly did it because we just wanted security for each other. It wasn't really like, oh my God, you're gonna be with me forever, you know.
We're both entrepreneurs, so we don't have that same. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, with him being an iron worker, there are perks and benefits if for any reason anything was to happen, but you only can access those things if you're legally married. So totally understandable. And you know, everybody's on their own journey. Like I said, maybe one day things will change, maybe they won't. As it stands currently, we've discussed it. My parents would love, in fact, we just came back from San Diego, and when we were there, my dad kept, first of all, he tells everybody that we're already married, that's his son-in-law and that's my husband. Aww. So in his mind, you know, it doesn't matter whether we have a piece of paper or not. That's his. And he's already said, like, if we break up, that he gets him in the divorce. So, so there's that.
I know. I think marriage is like, I'm not a I did get. I mean, I got married, but I agree with it. You know, I agree with what you're saying, that me and him have that same mindset. You know, being with somebody, it shouldn't be determined by a paper or the rush to get a paper. You know,
right?
It's so I'm on the same page as you. We obviously just did it because we freaked out a little bit at the time. We were like,
right.
You know, certain things had happened in his family that I freaked out and he freaked out. We're like, okay, let's just make this official. Girl, we were not even supposed to have a wedding like that. We were just supposed to be like, we're just going to get a little wedding. Turned into 2 years and a whole, you know, the way we are, it turned into a whole production.
Right,
Like,
right.
ain't no way it was gonna be a tiny little wedding when we just said we're just gonna get something small. Oh no, girl! It turned into a whole music video.
We have a question from one of our audience members. He says, "Do you do adult movies? You look incredible, Ms. Fab."
I do not, but I can. What you gonna offer me? Put my Cash App up real quick.
Okay, hold up. Oh, wrong one.
That would be my husband. My husband would be going, "What's this? Her Cash App?"
I love it. So, one of the things I'm going to show another piece of content that I found on your Instagram so you can talk about this, which this intrigued me greatly when I was looking at your content several months ago. But when I found it again, I was like, oh, yeah, I got to talk about that. Here, show window, to the window, to the wall, to the wall. Oh, okay, my bad. It's a party. All right, here we go.
That's our bike club.
I got to turn the music off. Is that your bike, the pink one?
That's my bike.
That is so dope.
And her name is Mizz Fab.
Well, of course. So tell us a little bit about the Bloodline Central California. So what do you call them? Because I kept calling it a tricked out bike, but is there like a technical name for it?
So I'm also new to the lowrider community because my husband grew up in that and all that. And he's always supported me with stuff that I do and my girls, our kids. And I just felt like it was his time last year. So he actually formed Bloodline last year with his best friend and his uncle. And they came up with the name and it was his time. And girl, he's built every single bike that we own. He's did it himself from stripped it down from nothing. Like he'll go buy a bike and he just takes it apart. He does the paint himself. He looks for the parts himself. And he's got a lot of connections. So I mean, anybody is interested in the lowrider community, feel free to message me because he's got a lot of connections. He talks to a lot of people, and we're just trying to get our name out there. We've had it for a year now, and I wanted mine blinged out. So of course, girl, I told him I don't care what you do, bling it out. Mm-hmm. Bling it out.
If it sparkles and glitters, it's mine.
Yeah, and that he worked around it. And he's like, well, this would be great, and this and that. He still has more plans. Like the bike's not even finished, but he's basically we started from that. His family is into the culture, has been a part of the culture, and it's new for me. I don't know how to act sometimes. I'm like, am I, I don't, because I bring Mizz Fab to the lowrider community and everybody's looking at me like, girl, that doesn't look lowrider, I don't know, but he lets me be me while, they do their thing, and I love it. It's actually really family oriented, and all my kids are involved. They all love it. It's one thing that the kids and I decided to do for him and involve themselves. They designate a date because kids, they don't want to hang out with their parents, but because
sure don't.
he does a lot for them, they always make sure that they put in their schedule to make sure that they give him this day because he's worked hard on those things, and they all each have a bike. He's bought all of them a bike, so we're down. Aww. I think we have 7, could be 8, maybe 9 bikes. I can't. He built my nephew one from the ground up, and my best friend just got hers, and that's gonna be making his debut. She got herself a scooter, and so we haven't posted that one yet, girl. But when you see it, you're gonna love it. Yeah, it's a Schwinn. So
a Schwinn?
It's a Schwinn, and it's a scooter, and I can't wait to see my best friend just roll.
I love it. So when I was in San Diego visiting family, I have a cousin and her husband and their family. They're based out of San Luis Obispo. And they're like, you got to come out and visit. You got to come out and visit. So now I'm like, oh, wow. So now I've got to go to San Luis Obispo. Now I got to go out to you. So yeah, it looks like it's a lot of fun. So I'm
It
from
is
Southern
fun.
California, so I was not a part of the lowrider community because I was too young, and my family, it wasn't really their thing. But I was always interested and intrigued. So now that I'm older, it's
Yeah.
definitely like I remember seeing, because I lived in I don't know if you're familiar with like Oxnard.
I think I stayed there one time.
Yeah, it's
We
in
were like
Southern
near the
California. It's about 40 minutes out
yeah.
of like
We
north
stayed
of
there.
LA. It's in between Santa Barbara and LA,
Yeah,
and
we
it's right
stayed
off
there
the
one.
101.
Yeah.
So, anyways, out there, there's a lot of like lowriders and whatnot, and they used to cruise on A Street, and I loved seeing them. Like, back then there were
Yeah.
the switches, and they would be doing all these tricks and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun to watch. And now as an adult, I definitely
Get
have.
to one, girl.
I'm gonna have to. I mean, I
Do
don't
the
know
one with like the little hydros that like it goes up and down.
what.
You be riding your bike and you're like,
We'll have your husband put training wheels on it so I can like lean.
we all,
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So yeah, I definitely want to experience it. And so what if, let's just say that for any reason I decided I wanted to be a part of the bloodline, like how would I, what's your
oh,
process like?
girl, you gotta get jumped in. No, I'm just like, you gotta
No
give your
thank you.
blood. We need to see your credit score, and I'm just like, no,
It was really nice to fantasize about it for like 2 seconds.
no, so all it is loyalty. We're all about family, and if you to be in bloodline, and this is per my husband because I'm smiling with my cute pink bike. He's very deep about loyalty. I'm very deep about loyalty, but when it comes within the group, you need to show up and show out. I expected to be there. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's basically dedication to be there, to ride when we're gonna ride. Any competition, any show up, and that's all. It's just commitment, and it's all about family first, because
I
that's just
love
our
it.
main thing. Yeah, it's like there's times for you to be with your there's your social life, and then there's also the family time, and those things, the kids, they get to see that, they get to grow up with that, and his family, he has a great family, and they're very family oriented, and his mom comes out there, his sister, she brings her dog and her her little family, and girl, we have a big old crew that we're winning the most members on. We may not win awards yet, but we're winning most members because we have so many people
That's
in our crew.
awesome.
Yeah. So that's all. It's just loyalty within the bloodline, group.
I
All
love that.
yeah.
Bloodline. So where did he come up with the name Bloodline?
Him and his uncle wanted something that was very like family oriented but deep, And they were searching, girl. They were like, "Oh, we better make sure this is not some crazy like gang life or something. We don't need to be called
Right.
out or like they were researching and they were asking their buddies, because they have a lot of connections within the lowrider group, within his dad rides motorcycles, so he was asking them to make sure that they weren't conflicting because I guess there's a different world out there. Like if you're claiming
Yeah.
a certain name, So yeah, we ended up finding out that nobody had it. Thank God. I only seen it on a movie, and it just stuck. And thank God, it's worked. It's been fun. I'm loving it. He's loving it. The kids are loving it. And watch out for Mizz Fab next year, girl. I have a project coming up with my bike that I'm gonna work on when season is over, and I'll be excited to show off my little bike. I'll be shining more.
Okay. I love it. I think that's super awesome. I love that it's a family dynamic project, and it's something that you guys can all participate in. And I love that everyone's devoted to supporting him in what is his passion project. Because he sounds like a dope guy. Like we all want to be in a situation where our partners are supportive of the things that we do. So
yeah, girl. My past experience being in a relationship, I didn't have that support. Like, and
same.
in the minute I met him, it was like in our friendship, we built a friendship, and he was just like, I'm always hyping somebody up. I'm always hyping a friend up. I'm always hyping anybody up. Like, you got this. Like, don't doubt yourself. Whatever the situation is, whether they listen to me or not, because half of the time they might not listen to me. But when I met him, I was like, oh my God, like, you are me. You are me. I am you. Like, we are we.
We are we.
We are we. Like, and we were just friends. And I was like, wow, like, you're really supporting me. Till this day, girl, we've been together like almost 12 years, and he's just like, oh, girl, till this day, he's like, you got this. It could be anything. It could be anything. It could be the dumbest.
You want to crochet underwater? I got you.
You got you, baby. I'm gonna tell everybody you crochet.
You want to light fires underwater? I got you. So, how did you guys meet?
Well, we met at work, and we bumped into each other at work. And it was he makes fun of me because one time when I met him, I really didn't pay attention to him, right? But when I saw him, girl, he had like the Pauly D hair and like, girl, I was like, who is this kid? He had a backpack on, and he had like shorts that looked like they were like down to his ankles. I'm like, who is this kid? And I looked at him, girl, out of nowhere. I'm thinking, I could violate this kid. Like, I could just like, not kid. He wasn't a kid. He was an adult. But I was just, it was my
right.
He was older, and he was younger than me, but he was older. And he was like, I looked at him, never thinking, that we would be good friends. Well, we became friends at work, and we kind of just hung out. And one time I needed my back rubbed out because I had so much anxiety at the time. I was going through it at the time. And he rubs my back out, and I'm like, doing this thing. He will hold it to this day, saying that I pursued him because I needed him to rub my back out. I was like, get over it. I literally was just a back rub. I have asthma, okay? So he's like, I saw you pushing your back out. You were just trying to get me. I'm like, wow, dude, relax, okay? It was not that.
Well, obviously you were, because years later, and you got to reprove it.
We were both rejecting each other. I think for like 2 or 3 years, we both were like, well, you're not my man. Well, you're not my girl. Wow. We kept on this whole like facade of you're not mine and I'm not yours. And there's no, and he didn't even meet the kids for a while. Like, it was a really long time. It was like 2 years, maybe, I would say. And he was just, we were just keeping up this facade. And next thing you know, we're looking at each other like, well, maybe I like you. Well, maybe I like you too. Well, maybe you can move in.
Right. Well, like, we've been playing this game long enough. That's so cute.
I feel like we still play them games, and we've been together for so long. So I think that's why we're just connected, because we're constantly, we're friends. We have this thing where we say we're friends first more than anything.
Same.
Like friends first. I feel like without that friendship and respect, you don't have everything else,
Not only that, but like, even like the whole like pursuing thing, like, even though you're together, you still, show signs that you want to, like my partner and I will send each other text messages from time to time, and actually pretty often, but the same kind of stuff before we made it official that we were together. And, it's like a reminder without having to remind officially, like, I want to be with you. I enjoy being with you. I love being with you. And like, he'll like this morning, he, calls me and he's like, I miss you. I really miss you. Like, I miss you. And I'm just like, I miss you too, knucklehead. You know what I mean? Like, and I think things like that keep your relationship fresh. Yeah. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, like, I don't second guess the status of our relationship.
Yes.
I don't.
That's when you know. I feel like that's when when you're just like, you're always on the same page, right? Like, didn't you feel that? Like, you're just like,
yes.
Like, I just know. And that's like the best feeling, because prior to me being in this relationship, I never felt that. I always felt like there was something empty, and I was always the one like, right? Like, we're together, right? And then it was like pursuing somebody that didn't love you, and this with him, it's just so refreshing, even this long together. that
Right.
we're always on the same page with anything, you know?
With
So
prior relationships, it's like an ownership.
yes,
Like, I'm going to do what I want to do, but you can only do what I tell you you can do. Where with this, it's like we have what we do separately, and then there's what we do together.
yeah,
And for me, the functional longevity comes from the fact that I just when he leaves out that door, what he does is his business. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I'm not saying I'm condoning cheating. I'm not even saying it would be cheating. Like, I'm just saying that as long as I get the things that I need at home and the bills are paid and I'm not lacking in anything that I need, I
yeah,
don't really give a shit. Like,
yeah,
you could go out there and have GBs or whatever. I don't care.
yeah.
It
To me,
doesn't
it's
matter
like
to me.
you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. And to me, I'm not gonna sit there and you know, because I'm sure he gets messages from girls or
Right.
whatever it is. To me, I'm not gonna sit there. But he should know what to do because he knows how I am. I'm very territorial, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm seriously not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna
Right.
sit there and be like, what's going on? I feel like if I need to feel that and worry about it, I don't need to be in this relationship. And that's for
Right.
me.
Same.
I can't be here because I'm gonna drive you insane. I'm gonna annoy the F out of you because I'm over here stressing you out and I'm gonna stress myself out, hounding you.
That's the part.
What are
That
you
part.
doing? I can't
You
put myself.
you stress yourself out. And the thing that I tell people when they're like, "Well, what if, what if, what if?" I'm like, "First of all, this is my mindset. The more you put the idea or the thought into someone's mind that you think that they're cheating, like, you're just wasting your time and energy on something that
Yes.
you don't even know, and then you're manifesting it, and then beyond
Yeah.
that, you're taking time and energy away from yourself. So
Yeah.
like I said, when he walks out that door, he's not my business anymore.
Yeah.
What he's doing out there, that's his business, because when he leaves, I should be worried about what I should be doing for myself. Because
Yeah.
if this doesn't work out and I've spent all this time worrying about him being with someone else, what am I going to do after that situation breaks up? I'm going to be left looking like, damn, my fans are out here like, hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
Remember me? Or your job or your friends or whoever. All these things that you should be giving your time and energy to into are neglected because you're just so hyper focused on
Yeah.
the situation. And like, my thing is this: as long as he don't come home with no bumps, diseases, or things that I could contract, no kids, and no drama,
We're good.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm
I'm not gonna
saying?
sit around worrying about it. I won't sit around. To me, I tell him, look, do it. Try me. Because I'm gonna do it twice. I'm more of a tit for tat. Do it, buddy, because I'm gonna make you cry at the end. So go ahead, try me.
Right.
Me.
I'll get your uncle.
I'll make you cry. Don't make
And
me
your
call
dad.
your daddy.
Right.
But,
Shit,
you know,
I'm your new stepmom.
and you know too, with the with my Instagram, I know he doesn't say it or like I know he trusts me because that has to be hard for somebody because I do get a lot of messages from a lot of men and constantly like, girl, you're a queen and you're this and you're that. So I know like he says he's fine. I mean, he doesn't bother him, but I know my role. Like I know the far as respectful, how to go, how far to go.
Same.
And I know he expects that same out of me, you know,
right.
how I'm responding, how I'm, you know, answering my messages. And I give him the same respect, especially when people message me, that I would expect of him. But he does know that I have this persona online and he knows that it comes with what it comes with. So he knows I have to do what I gotta do, you know, to appease people sometimes. So, and he's aware of it. He is not blind to anything. There's absolutely no secrets. He has access to my phone. We have no passwords. There's no secrets. Like so I sometimes like wonder with him too, like, are you sure it bothers you? Like it doesn't bother you? But he says it doesn't, but I don't know. I mean,
when you're confident in your relationship, and here's the thing though, with me, I can speak for myself. I'm also of the mindset, I'm very open and honest about what I'm doing. I'm not having conversations that are inappropriate
Yeah.
off the clock. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
obviously, you know, I have fans and we're talking about things, but he knows, he also knows that when he walks through that door, I'm like, yo, gotta go. Unless it's like a paid situation. And as soon as that situation is over, like, I am, hey, do you need anything? Are you hungry? Like, I'm making sure that I take care of my relationship because, you know, he doesn't have to be supportive of that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it can
so
be a very mentally taxing situation on your partner when they're like, what if she meets, you know, what if Lil Wayne's on the other end talking about, I'll send you my private jet.
Hey, if he hits me up, I'm sorry, buddy, I got to go.
I'm good. I'm
like,
good.
Hey, no, I wouldn't. Like, I have it great. I know celebrity. I mean, you want to pay for me, but we ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
No, this is how it works. So you want to take me out? I got my man. I'm taking two. You can pay for two. So if anybody offers anything, it's for 2 tickets because my husband.
Right.
Yeah. Like, we just got a great relationship, girl. Ain't no, like, there's nothing. I would not replace that. I don't even, a celebrity couldn't replace it. Plus, you know what? Seeing the influencing world, and you see a lot of the superficial stuff, and it doesn't attract me to a celebrity, like, whatsoever, because social media is not real. You know, you build this persona and you build this life, and sometimes, girl, when you see people in public that are on social media, they're not the same way they are as their persona on social media. So it's not real. You know? Like, that's what made me build my platform, is I'm that same person that you see online. I am that same person if you see me out in the street. I am not. I'm not here for fake love. I'm not here for the fake friendship. I'm not here. I'm about realism and the realistic thing about life. Like, I have scars. I'm a mom at work, you know, and there's a lot of fake love out there. So I'm not attracted to, like, if a celebrity were to hit me up, they're probably pretty cool, but I would tell him first, look who hit me up. But I wouldn't.
Right. We're watching these messages together.
Yeah. He knows everything. Like, he's not, letting you guys know, he knows everything. There's no secrets.
So let's shift things a little bit. Jason asked, what kind of movies do you like to watch? Like, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movies? Oh, girl. I'm like a Dirty Dancing, Urban Cowboy. Ugh. The Notebook.
Urban Cowboy?
Girl, I'm John Travolta. Woo!
I did not see that coming.
No, I'm like the love for, girl. I used to fantasize about that kind of love. I think that's why. And then now that I have it, I'm like, oh, I don't even watch the movies as much anymore. But
same.
Like, now that I have it, girl, I used to cry. I would watch those movies.
Same. Like, that's because, but honestly, our version of romance was what we saw on the TVs, but nobody is stopping an airline, a plane to come on there to beg you to come back. Like,
you know what? My man is, girl. My man
unrealistic. Okay, I give it to you.
You haven't met my man yet.
Mine is more inclined to drive to the next airport and meet me there. But I'm just saying, like, I realized, I'm gonna be honest. So when I met my partner, I was a hot fucking mess. Let's start there. Hot fucking mess. Totally relationship traumatized. And as we were getting to know each other and becoming friends, I was very intrigued by his approach about relationships, because he treats it very much like a business. And to me, I was like, oh, this isn't going to work out, because, you know me, I need romance and cuddling and wah. And, you know, the way that he was describing his love languages, I was like, I don't think this is going to work out. What I found was that he broke me from, what do they call them? Generational curses or generational. Yeah. And I was fixated on a unhealthy relationship situation, because you got to build it off of a stable foundation. And so our stable foundation was that we go into this wanting to see each other succeed. He does not like the adult stuff. He does not. And he
Oh.
would love if today I said, I'm unplugging everything and it's over.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I have 20 years of content and
You're
like
like,
I have a
yeah,
lot invested in this. So he
it's your
is
job.
supportive because
Yeah.
he knows that, you know, it's not, it's not the greatest money. Like, I'm not a millionaire. Like, people love to think that people who have done,
Oh yeah, for sure. They love
but
to think that.
because we both, like support each other in what we're doing and we do approach the relationship much differently. Like, I will admit that before him, I was like, oh, I want to get married and I want to, I wasn't having no more kids. So that wasn't an option. But I definitely was in the mindset that I wanted to get married because to me, that was like the,
Like the ideal
yes,
whole, like the fantasy. Yeah,
the
we get sucked
goal.
into that. We get sucked into that. Like you watch all these movies and you're just like, especially when you're in it. Like I was in a relationship where it was like very loveless. I was in love and I felt not love. So I would watch these movies and I'd be like, oh, I want that. Like like I want that feeling. Like I want that person to look at me like that because I wasn't used to that. I was used to people being obsessed with me, and this one was not like at all, and it was awful. So when I met my husband and I started to get all that, and I still have that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm very in awe, like
Yes.
I almost want to pinch myself that this is the reality,
Yes.
It's so crazy. Whatever works for you to make your little circle vibe and whatever makes you feel whole, like that's it. Doesn't even have to be like my situation. Everyone has their own situation on what
Yes.
makes it work. And once you have that feeling, oh my god, it's so euphoric. Like I can't even say it enough. Like it's just like a euphoric feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
When they continue to make you smile. Like
Yeah.
for me, I'm smiling. I'm just sitting here thinking like
Yeah.
like for instance, when all this shit happened, last year that I was telling you about before we went live, it was a very lonely feeling. It
Yeah.
was lonely and it was very hurtful. And I knew that I had to do some healing and I knew that I had to do some self discovery because I knew that I had participated in this situation.
Yeah.
Like it didn't just happen because everybody decided that I was a villain one day. I knew that there were things that I was going to have to face. And he was right there with me,
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
stood by my side, and was like, we're going to get through this together. In
Yeah.
fact, you're going to come out on the other end of this stronger, bigger, better, and in a much better mindset to do positive things, because that was my intention all along. But life happens. You get people that muddy the waters, and end of story. We're back. But
Yeah.
I'm so happy, and I like having these conversations with people who have a very healthy relationship and a
Yeah.
healthy view of relationships, because a lot of people are very delusional.
Oh yeah. There's I think the idea of love and how quick people want that instantaneous, oh, we're falling in love and we're gonna be together forever. And it could be within 3 months of being in a relationship. And it's like being the experience I've had prior into the experience I have now, it's like I'm always the listener usually when it comes to my little friend group. I just support whatever you want. You want to be with your man, okay. He treats you like crap and you want to stay, okay, do you, boo boo. But at
Right.
the end of the day, I hear it and it's like the delusion is very there because it's the movies. I mean, I was that person one time. It's the movies, it's the social
Same.
media, it's the celebrities, it's the idea of being the princess and your Prince Charming comes and gets you. But it's like we have to be like individuals and see what is it that really benefits us within the first month, the second, the first year, the second year. Like love has a lot to do with respect and communication. You can be in love with somebody, but if you don't respect them, there's nothing there because there's boundaries that need to be respected, and there's a whole thing with it. It doesn't just you don't just fall in love and think, oh, he's gonna treat me like a queen. Because I know that a lot of our relationship that me and my husband have, people will see it and be like, I don't know if that's what they want, but it's the delusional part of it kicks in, of like, oh, it's gonna be like that, and that's what that's
Right.
what my relationship is like. Next thing you know, boom, atomic bomb, and I'm getting the phone call. Like it's not like that, and I can't. Me as a friend, I can't sit there and be like, well, you did this and this is wrong and this is wrong, because everyone's journey is different, and like I did the same thing. I fell for it too.
Yeah.
I just
Well, not only
gotta
that, but you have to be like, you have to fall in love with yourself.
Yes.
And that was something that when we first, got together, he was very adamant about how he loved my confidence. He was very adamant about how he loved my independence, and, that we could be together, but he still wanted me to be an individual. He still wanted me, like, like you said, your husband allows you to be yourself when you guys do your things. And like, it's important to remain true to yourself. You can still have a partner. And, like my partner is very alpha male. So there are times that, he will say things or be like, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm not really feeling this, but if that's what you want to do. And it's because I'm a big person who loves to plant seeds and grow potential.
Yeah.
I want to invest in everyone's potential, but what we've learned is that potential does not grow into food.
No, not always. It's
usually
something
not.
that I've learned. Like, it's why I do everything by myself, because I've just learned that I want to. Since I was a little girl, I tell you, I was the girl that was like, "Let me give you a makeover," like, and I would make these old girls over. I swear to God, this is a true story. I would help them like be dress cute, and girl, you got this, girl. Their head would swell up this big, and next thing you know, they would turn on me and be like, "Girl, you're not good enough to sit at my table." I'm like, "What did I do? I created a monster." Like it would turn into like, I'm trying to help you, and it turned into you're against me now, because now you're too good for me, girl.
I think they call it Dr. Jekyll or whatever. What was the name of the guy that created Frankenstein? Whatever his name was.
Is it Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? Is it him or no? I don't know.
I believe so. I don't know. But that's the same thing with me. Like, I will pour all my resources and my time and put it all into you. And then next thing you know, it's like, you can't sit at the table with me. Like, bitch, I made the table. There would be no table without me. Like, you at my school.
I'm going to pull the down table. You're going to have...
I got to be careful. Like, yeah. Well, now, not so much. But, back in the day.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know. Me and my husband, I think we've created a few monsters in our relationship, because he's the same as me. He's all about loving yourself, and who cares who's there? Just, we started a boudoir page, and we wanted everyone to feel beautiful, and it was like, we just want you to feel good about yourself. But It just ended up backfiring. Like, I can only tell so many people you're beautiful before you believe it. If you don't believe it yourself, I can't help you. And I'm going to stop telling you, because, it's in my nature to want you to be up, because you're my best friend, or you're my family. I want you to feel that way. I'm not in any competition. There's so much room for us to be, at the same level. You know what I mean? There's so much room, but there's only so much you can tell somebody that you just got to stick to yourself at this point. Like, just hype yourself up.
Right.
Everybody else, build yourself up and leave it at that,
Well, beyond that, I feel like what happens is people feel like they have to step on others to get to the top. And for me, in the industry that I have been in for so long, if it gets to that point where I have to step on you, I'm stepping out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm obviously going to make mistakes, because we're all human, and sometimes you have to pick the lesser of two evils. It happens. But ultimately, for me, there have been lots of opportunities presented to me that I was like, I'm good. Yeah. I don't need that. Because for me, it's not about ego. Those things aren't important to me. What's important to me is, I can meet a perfectly a stranger on the sidewalk or at a Walmart or wherever, and I'm interested in, maybe giving them just a little bit of positivity.
Yeah.
And for me, like I feel like a lot of people have been intimidated or jealous because I'm confident, just because I'm like, yo, I'm just
girl. Do you know how many people will be jealous just because you're happy? Girl, this is a true story. So at my work, which I'm not gonna mention where I work, but my normal daily thing that I do, one girl was like, she comes up, she just told me this, and I've been working with her for almost 2 years. She's like, girl, she's like, I'm just so intimidated by you. I'm like, why? She's like, because you were too happy. She's like, you laughing and all this stuff. I'm like, I am like harmless. I'm just here, like I'm just here, like I just want to learn just like you do. And girl told me that because I was so like, she thought that I knew my stuff in the thing. Girl, I was faking it till I made it. I have barely started this thing. And she didn't want to talk to me because she thought I was too much. Well, obviously,
girl, that's the story of my life. That's my soundtrack.
Me too. Nobody likes me.
Hold on. Let me get some music in the background. I'm too much. I'm too much. Don't touch me. I'm too much. New single coming out. Yeah. Trust me.
My best friend, who the Aquarius, she just came to visit me. One of my best friends. She came and she goes, I just love you. She goes, I don't know why people don't like you. I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know either. She was, describing me as a person, and she was telling her daughters about me, about how much she loves me, because she's been my best friend for like almost 5-6 years. And I said, I don't know either. Like, I'll even ask my husband, what did I do? Like, what did I do? And he's just like, I don't know, honey. It's not you. It's them.
It is, because like people are like, oh, you're fake. You should be the same with everybody. No. I'm the type of person that you get from me is solely the person based on the person that you present. And so when you're fake, when you're phony, when you're two-faced, when you're manipulative, when you're, when I realize that you're taking advantage of me, when those elements enter the room, now I'm not going to cut you off right away.
Right.
I'm gonna, because I'm an analyzer. As an Aquarius, I sit back and I'll analyze, and I'll make sure that when I come up with an idea, like if I think that you're up to something, I'm going to sit back and be 100% sure, or as close to 100% sure as I possibly can before I act on it. Yeah. In the meantime, between time, usually chaos ensues and it ends up blowing up in my face in the meantime because I didn't pull the trigger and whatever. But at least I know when that shit goes down, I'm like, I was right. But, I'm getting better about that, because I realize now that when you don't remove bad apples from the group or just from around yourself, it's like a weed, I
have this thing that I do where it's like I don't get too personal with people, and I put this wall up where I'm like, because to me, I'm always supportive of what somebody does. I don't want to know that much about you, because I feel like I'll only know so much, and I'll hang out with you, because I feel like once I know your demons, or once I know who you are, or your flaws, or if you're like this or you're like that, it's gonna show in my face. It's gonna show like I can't F with you anymore, and my best friend is great at picking people, and I tell her, girl, I am not the best at picking people. I will talk to anybody, and because I don't I don't take it personal, because I'm like, well, you don't pay my bills, so she'll end up telling me like, oh no, girl, she's bad news. I'm like, ooh, okay, then I know, because I'll just be friends with everybody, even my husband. I cannot be trusted to make friends, because I just trust everybody. But it's because I don't analyze it like that. I don't I just look at the exterior, and I tell her, it's because I don't want to know who they really are. Because if I find out that they're not good people, I won't have more friends. Because you know how hard it is to find a really genuine, loyal person in your life? Girl, I have it's like in one hand, girl. I have in one hand.
Trust me. Hard. Trust me.
Yes.
I was surrounded by people. And, you know, you really find out when a war ensues, you find out who your soldiers are. And you be like,
where are you guys at?
hello.
And you know,
it's like when we were partying and when the drinks was flowing and the food was coming and the money was there, it's like, yeah, you're like, damn, there's so many people in here, it's hot. Shit. And then when the war, pew, you're like,
yep. Where are you? Where are you? Like,
you got the binoculars, you're like,
yes.
I don't see anybody.
You know, girl, that was me for years. I had nobody on my back. And when I hit 30, I don't know what I went through to something that I was like, I don't know what it was, but I was like, I ain't dealing with none of y'all. And I met my best friend when I worked at the adult store, right? And well, obviously when I met my husband. And I will tell you something, I have never had a better circle in my life. And it took me to be freaking like 30-something. 30, first of all, because my husband. I'll tell you, they're like pit bulls when it comes to me. Like, I have not ever had that because I've always been the pit bull for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Same.
By myself, being the pit bull. And this time, like, when the fact that I have my best friend, my assistant, follow her, send her self-care journey. She's on Instagram. Her, like, girl, one time I walked in the room and she had my back, she bit somebody's head off, and I thought,
come closer.
That is my girl. Oh,
yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah, one time I walked in on her, just defending me, and I was in shock because nobody had ever done that for me other than my husband. And I looked over, I was like, "You are my family. We are one."
That's how it's supposed to be. I have a friend that's like that too.
Yeah.
And, you know, when everything went down, I will admit she was right there. He was on one side, she was on the other side. And, you know, they reached out to her since then and she's like, fuck off. Like, no.
That's
because
my girl.
She saw everything that happened and I didn't have to explain to her. You know, she didn't even care. I could have been in the wrong. And she was like, I still got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got you.
That's my girl. And my husband, they're like, I don't give a crap if she's wrong. You messed up.
Right. You messed up. You know?
I've never had that. So it's so refreshing to feel like you got people in your corner, you know?
Yes.
It does. It feels great. Like it makes me feel like I don't even need anybody else in this world other than them and my kids, you know? Like that feeling just feels great. You know,
it's like when you're in those situations though, before you start feeling confident. See, now that you're in that mode, now you'll attract the right people, like me. See, now and I've been trying to get in your inbox forever, and you're like, yeah, let's go live, and you're like, okay, girl, crickets. So when you said putting up the wall, that reminded me of like, yeah. And then when I said podcast, I guess through time, you're like, yeah, this chick is like relentless. And it's just because people automatically think that I love you too. Like people think that I have some ill intentions and I'm like, nah, I just saw that you need, like, not even needed, but I wanted to start my new podcast on a whole different note.
Right.
And you having a healthy, beautiful relationship, you having the love for fashion, which on Carrie's Closet, that's what Carrie's Closet is all about. You having this just very positive and confident aura about you for me, and then being on the West Coast, like your Cali, which is we relate on that. Then the Raiders, I'm like, yo, this is like, I'm like, put the fucking wall down, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Let me break something to you. So my husband and his whole family, they are all they were born Raiders, girl. You do not tell them otherwise. I am not a Raider fan. I am
clutch my pearls. Get your husband on here. I don't even want to talk to you no more. How could you? I feel betrayed.
They are my Raider family, and I know this is going to throw you off, I am actually an Indianapolis Colts fan.
Oh wait, I don't have a cricket sound bite. I'm gonna have to get crickets. Hold on. I heard you. Crickets. Crickets. I said, let me get the cricket sound bite because it's like, who?
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't hear me.
No, I heard you loud and clear. And I'm like, Indianapolis Colts. Who?
So when I was younger, I became a Payne Manning fan when I was like 18 because the person I was with at the time, he was a diehard Indy fan. And so I just became a Peyton fan. Girl, I wasn't even paying attention to football. I loved his story and I would watch him. Girl, I even named my daughter after her. So after we were not in a relationship anymore, I was still a Peyton fan. So I couldn't bear them. I couldn't leave it.
Hold up. One more time. I can't believe I've been on here for an hour with you. And it took you this long to tell me you're not a Raiders fan. I can't believe this.
I support girl. Every time if you follow his dad is Big Mac Raider. He plays a big role in the Raider community. He even raps and stuff for the Raiders and stuff. You always see the pictures and you always see me, the one in the blue. I'm always the one in the blue. And when we go to like all the rallies and stuff, I get free stuff from my husband because they're like, oh, you're the one in the blue. Okay, here. And girl, they're giving me all kinds of Raider stuff, so I just give it to him. It comes with perks, okay? To be the only one in blue. But yeah, I'm not.
Thank you guys so much for tuning. No, just playing. Just kidding.
But it is. Oh wait, let me tell you something though.
Oh,
we named our son Oakland.
That's cute.
Except it's Al-I-N because I asked him to compromise with me, and they ended up leaving Oakland, so it kind of worked out because he's Al-I-N instead of A-N-D. So his name is Oakland Kingston. So he got his way, And then I have a daughter named Peyton. So we got Peyton and we got Oakland. It works out.
It does work out. So you work from home. You don't have to tell us what you do, but you do get to work from home. What's life like as a work from home person? I think it's so cute how you're like, this is my work from home outfit. I'm like, while I'm sitting here in a bra and panties, like I obviously can't do my work from home outfit. This is not appropriate for TikTok.
There's some days, because I'm working from home every day, I gotta send pictures to my man or something. Like I gotta keep it spicy, so and I need content. So I'm thinking, girl, you gotta get cute because and then just for me, because you can get lost in that, like, especially working from home. You can get lost in like never combing your hair and putting the big t-shirt on. Girl, I wear onesies all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not.
This is me, by the way. I'm wearing my own merch. Isn't that cute?
That is cute. That is so cute. But I mean, you can get lost in it. Oh, I like that case. That's really cute.
I got my case with the QR code. So when people are like, "Oh, how do I find you?" I'm like, "Oh, just scan that."
You're like, just scan that really quickly.
Scan that really quick. I've got all kinds of. So this happened by accident. So I love cosplay. I've always loved cosplay, and ever since I was, wee girl, I always wanted to do Princess Leia. Oh. So naturally, as I became an adult and started having the money to do all of the things that I didn't get a chance to do growing up, Princess Leia was on that list. And so I got to do the photo shoot and the pictures came out phenomenal. And then I was like, let me slap this on some merch.
I know, that's cute.
And it just became a thing. And it really like tied me to the, Comic-Con, like the whole cosplay community. So yeah. I
know. You know what? That stuff is so cute. Like I'm not into the cosplay, but I would just want to go just to dress up cute. Like I would just, I don't even know anything about it, but I would just want to go just to dress up. So invite me so I can be there because I just want to dress up.
Let's go. I've actually got some stuff that would probably fit you because I bought an outfit that does not fit me, and you're
Yeah,
smaller
I just
than
want to
me.
go to
So.
dress up because any reason that you can get me to dress up, I'm gonna freaking dress up. Like I don't even care. Like my nephew's having a Ninja Turtle party and I want to dress up like a Ninja Turtle. Like I just want to be there.
Oh my
Just to
gosh.
dress up.
You got to do the Ninja Turtle, but with a bow.
Yeah, like something cute.
And you got to give yourself a Ninja Turtle name.
Yeah, I was googling like cute Ninja Turtle outfits, but they don't have anything cute. I'd have to make it myself.
That's the way to go. That's
But
the way to go.
The cosplay, like I don't know, I don't really know anything about it. I just know that I want to dress up.
I've done the Grinch. I've done Wonder Woman, Robin, Captain America, Snow White.
That's cute.
Harry Potter.
So what is it? You just attend these like events and everything?
No, this is just photo shoots. I haven't actually.
You just dress up and do a photo shoot. Okay.
Yeah, let me see.
I think my husband would like that. If I did,
it's a lot of fun.
But girl, he tells me you need to do like a cute little striptease for me dressed up. I cannot be serious for the life of me when it comes to him. Like what in the world? I can't do a sexy dance for you because it's just not like on social media. I'm just like, ooh, But when it comes to him, I just want to laugh.
Same. I'm the same. All right, so that might not be. Oh, so I did the princess thing or the queen.
Oh, that's cute.
I did Mrs. Santa.
Oh.
I was an elf.
That's cute.
Let's see. Oh, I did.
Ooh, you're a villain. Look at hers.
That was very intentional.
That's cute. I love that. See, if I could do that, why haven't I thought of doing things like that? I think I've only done Snow White, and that was only because it was Halloween. It wasn't really
Ringmaster.
That's cute.
Let's see. I should have more. Oh, I did 31 days of Halloween.
Did you do the what's that called? I think I saw you with the
There's Robin.
That's cute.
Did I do what?
I saw one with the bandana. Do you have the bandana on your head? Is it a bandana? Or what is that?
In one of these pictures, yeah.
I like that look right
That's
there.
A hair thing, like when you do your hair.
I thought
when
it
you wash
was that
your face.
look. What is that look with the whole
pin-up?
The pin-up. I
should have. Oh, there's one of the Robin pictures.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, I did the queen.
That's awesome.
Let's see. This was my boudoir shoot. Oh, I probably shouldn't have that on YouTube. They're so picky. Oh, my iHeart merch.
Cute. I love that.
You guys
are you bringing that back?
Oh yeah, you notice. There's some merch.
I'm all for it.
Yes.
I love that. When I saw your page, I thought that was so cool. I thought it was something recent. I didn't realize it was something that you're going to revamp again. Yeah, I didn't realize
zombie nurse. Yeah, and the thing about it is a lot of it I make myself.
Wow, that's really good. That page, when I looked on the page, I was like, oh my God, she's like me, because it's all about the self-love and the empowerment.
That's what I'm here for. I mean, and I've had to get back to that. Like like I said, I took some time off. Your girl was hurting. I was healing. I had a lot of things last year that just,
I wish we would have met by then. Before then. And I would have been like, get it together.
Nah. I think it was something that I had to do alone. Even though, like I said, my girl was there, my partner was there, like they were there for me, but there was a lot of things that I didn't need any outside influences. And so I'm glad we are at where we are now, because I can start something, like we can grow
Start
organically
fresh. Yeah.
and healthily.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't want to start a friendship or start a partnership or anything when I was in such a negative space.
For sure.
I
I
want to be
always
able
say,
to, I want to be able to reciprocate that positivity and that, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, for sure. I totally get that. I say that a lot about how like you can't start a relationship off of something that's not,
Yeah.
genuine, or like some people with bad intention, you can't, when there's just not a good thing right there, like it's not the time. It's always timing. The timing is always
Very
right.
much so.
Yeah,
Hurt people, and I don't want to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for
so
sure.
I'm glad we are where we are. So let's learn something new about you that most people don't know.
What did people not know about? I'm pretty like open about my life. I don't know. Like there's
Okay.
one thing there's
Oh, go
one thing that
ahead.
I do. There's one thing that I do keep. Okay, so there's one, as far as Mizz Fab goes, okay? I That's my fun page, right? That's my fun. But I do have another life. So I would like to say something about myself is that I'm an introvert extrovert. Okay? Like literally I
My partner just got home. He looks so tired.
I'm shy. I'm like normally out in the street. Like if somebody sees me and they're like Mizz Fab, I'm like, oh my god, like, like I freak out. Like I have this
Me
anxiety.
too.
I don't know why. I have like I'm outspoken and I'm shy to attention. I don't know why. Like I'm when somebody sees me, they're like,
It's
Mizz Fab,
because it's
is that you? I freak out. I'm
it's
like, no, no,
because
no,
it's
no,
your
no.
other persona. So
Yeah.
for me, obviously I've been around for 20 years. So there have been times I've been at Walmart and I've had people be like, platinum? And I'm like, where? Where's platinum? Oh,
That's me.
oh. And I have to be like, yo, like, especially like when I'm with family. And and I think that's really the dynamic for me. If I'm by myself, it's awkward because I'm by myself and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is weird. But then when I'm with my family, I'm trying to protect them
Me
from
too.
those scenarios as well. So I always tell people, like, if you see me in public, don't be offended if I don't
I know.
meet you. That's why I do, or like when I go to like Comic Cons or horror conventions, because I'm a huge horror fan. Like I love horror movies. Or if I'm at Exotic or whatever, I'm in that mindset. So when you meet me there,
Yeah.
it's cool because I already know that's what I'm there for. But when you see me and I'm out looking for toilet paper or, coupons or toilet seats or who knows what what I mean? I'm at Walmart doing God knows what, you know what I mean? Cleaning products. And I'm there looking like a straight bum because I don't get dressed up to go to Walmart. And you approach me, I'm caught off guard because I'm not there thinking that, like, just because I'm 24/7 platinum online, when I'm out there, when I'm in here, like I'm not platinum. So
Yeah. I know.
hello, I need you
I
to.
freak out.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know if it's like Mizz Fab is like my. I remember like Beyonce saying it. It's like her alter ego, when she's Sasha Fierce, and I don't know why I'm like that. And my whole intention, like my whole creative vibe, I do it because it's fun, and I'm obsessed with like editing. I love being creative. I really am not doing this because I want to be famous. Like I do not have that thing in my like. I know
Same.
I know it looks weird. I know people are like, well, you have you're all out. Like, clearly you want attention. It's not about that. For me, it's about the creativity. It's about the beauty in it. So I remember being out one time and this person noticed me and they were like, Mizz Fab, is that you? And I freaked out because I have the introvert part of me. I freaked out. My daughter was with me. And I said, I was like, hi. I was so awkward. I was like, hi, yeah, it's me. And my daughter was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Somebody recognized you. Like, oh my God. And when it was all said and done, I was, friendly, but I was so awkward and like weird. And I said, oh my God, get in the car. I feel so uncomfortable right now. And she was like, why, Mom? And I said, because I do this for fun. Like, but so when people
Right.
actually recognize me, it freaks me out. And I'm not doing this because I want attention. I do it because it's me. Like, it's what I love doing. And she goes, well, not me. And, I wish I was famous like that. I'm like, I'm not famous. Don't say that. And I'm like, I don't even have that much of a following. It's just for her little brain. It was like, oh my God, I would love it. Girl, it's.
No, you don't. You wouldn't.
It's cringe. It's like
you want it till you get it, and then you're like, ah.
Yeah. You're like, oh. And there's some people I know that they genuinely want to be famous, like they want to be known.
Are you hungry? I don't. To be honest, I'm cool being back here, running podcasts, doing that kind of stuff, just seeing other people live their best life and get the accolades and get the front page of the magazine and all that kind of stuff. So that's cool for me. But I do want to say thank you so much for joining me on my podcast and for gracing our audience with your beautiful, positive, confident, fun vibes. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you more. I hope I knocked that wall down. Y'all, when I tell you I have been in this girl's inbox, I'm like liking her posts, I'm reposting, I'm doing all these things like, hey, hello.
Girl, when and you hit me up on TikTok, I was like, oh, she's genuine because I have no following on here, so she really likes me. I have like 5 TikToks. And me and my husband, me and my husband were blowing up on TikTok, and I just keep getting my page reported.
Same.
I can't even move up past like 9. I don't even know what I'm at right now. I can't even tell you. But when you hit me up, so I believed you. I was like, she likes
me. I did. I thought you and your husband, I thought you were cool. And then I saw some of the stuff with your husband and I was just like, aw, they're so cute. I love it. Real. I love seeing that. I absolutely have learned. But happy people want to see other people happy.
For sure.
So I'm happy in my life. I'm, in a great relationship. So I want to see that. And I want to be around other people that I can share that experience with. It's tough being in a crowd with people that are like secretly haters.
Yes, girl.
And will do anything.
That's what my page is for. It's for all my haters. It's my big F you.
Same.
You want to talk? Guess what? Now you got to see me forever online.
Right.
Now you got to watch me be annoying.
Right. And for me, it's like I just want to lead by example. Like I'm not trying to make anybody else hate me. Like I'm being confident and I'm living my best life, and I want to share that with you. And hopefully, if you're watching, you can get something positive from it too. Yeah. I just want everyone to live their best life.
I love it.
Now I got to come and visit.
Yes, girl, we got you. Come visit me. Or we'll go visit you because we love traveling. We're that couple. You tell us, girl. You tell us. Be there.
Be more. We can go to DC. They're bringing the pandas back to the DC Zoo, and the DC Zoo is free. What?
Hey, we're that couple. You tell us to be there. We'll be there. We're like, we're down. What weekend? Just tell us. We'll book the flight.
Don't play. Do you guys like horror movies?
We like everything. We're not picky. We're not a picky couple. If it's fun, you just tell us, and we're there.
There's a horror convention coming in October. There's a Comic-Con coming to Baltimore. There's a horror convention. We'll talk off of here, and we'll see what kind of stuff you guys are into, and we'll figure it out. But you let me know when those lowrider shows are, because lowrider. Reminds me of the swap meet days, because every time you would go to the swap meet, they would be playing that song, that one, and what's that song called? La Rosa. What is it? I can't think of it. I'm gonna remember it. But it's like it's old school gangster. Hold on. I'll just do it later. So anyways, for all of you guys watching, I want you guys to immediately, if you haven't done so already, go and follow her on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all the places. On Instagram, you can go to her link. She has an Amazon storefront. She also has done some reviews of some products. You can check those out on her links as well. Definitely give her a follow. Share her stuff. Tell her how much she's beautiful and all those good things. That's what we love to hear about. And make sure if you are watching one of the many channels that we're on right now, make sure you hit follow, like, share, subscribe, all those things. And for all of you, Whitney, Jeff, Jason, Brian, and I think I got everybody that I saw in the chat. We want to say thank you for being in our comments, keeping things live, asking your questions, and being supportive of the show. This was fantastic. I'm so happy to be back. I am excited. And remember, I want to tell her to be my co-host. So anyways. Till next time. Thank you so much for watching.
I'll be back, girl. You let me know when. Girl. I'll be back.
It's a date. You're watching the Pretty and Plus podcast. Thank you so much. Have a great day, great night, and an amazing weekend. Bye.